Come on in. Hi. Make yourself at home anywhere. You can move that chair however you like. Awesome. Good morning, arriving friends. Great to have you for Tuesday meditation. It's a spiritual thing. Close your eyes, settle in. It's a beautiful opportunity to dive deep, to go into the deepest well and get your daily supply. Relax, take a load off. The idea of blending or aligning with a power infinitely greater than ourselves. Makes sense, doesn't it? Start the day that way. Just fall into the pattern of your breath. Effortless, easy, relaxed. Swallow, gulp, circle your jaw around, feel your throat relax. Let expression dissolve from your face, where the face you were wearing before your parents met. And today's thought concept idea is that we don't have to create good, that it already is in unlimited abundance. We don't have to try to make it or build it. Just align with it. Just allow it. There's so much of it. It's all good. Have you ever heard that saying before? It's all good. And in that case, a simple alignment, allowance, aligning with it. And to bring ourselves into vibrational alignment with it, we'll chant an Om, smooth and easy and deep. Nice big inhale. And a big deep inhale if you haven't already. And a nice relaxed exhale. Just let the relaxation, the alignment spread from your head to your toes. We don't have to try to stop our thinking, but we can have a simple willingness to release the momentum of thought, to turn our attention deeper than thought. Is there something deeper than thought? You bet. It's the place thought comes from. Vast, still, quiet. And direct your breathings down to your belly button. Make a meditation of paying attention to the rise and the fall of your belly button. Relax, easy does it, effortless. Spend a minute just feeling whatever you're feeling. Use feelings as a doorway, as a portal inward. Breathe what you feel what you breathe. Feel the raw energy of feelings even before you name them. What does it feel like to be you right here, right now? Very good. And then feeling this accumulated felt sense of being. We'll take a really big inhale. We'll chant Om one more time, letting it all out, dispersing it, dissolving it. Inhale. Something inside of us so much deeper than incessant thinking. Okay, my friends, I'll see you in 20 minutes and we will have a little talk. Dive deep. If you're attacked by thoughts, impressions, stimulations, memories, just let them pass by like the fog rolls over the bay. Pay no attention. Pay attention to the vast depth of your being. See you in a few minutes. And make your way back slowly, no rush. Enjoy that nice interface between the material and the spiritual world. It's in this place you can really soak up the good. You become highly receptive, very open. Good. Wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate a big batch of extra super feel good through yourself. Good. When you're ready, open up your eyes a little bit. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. Look about. Hey, you guys, my camera croaked or the computer croaked, so I had to plug it back in. Sorry for the late start. So I'll keep our little Dharma talk to just a couple of minutes. Hey, it's great to see you guys. I missed you guys over the holiday weekend. I hope you were quite well. I trust that you are. And today's little topic, it's that funky little saying we all say from time to time. We all say it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Is it all good? But we all say that. And typically we say that at times of stress or difficulty or conflict. And we remind one another that it's all good, or we say that to ourselves. And of course, the word good is just one O from God, right? So it's all God. I've got spiritual friends that say everything's God, everything's God. So what do you think of that? I'm not here to proselytize or to preach. I'm here to offer suggestions and ideas. I like that idea that it's all God, and that resonates deeply with me. So with that in mind, I don't know if you guys have ever felt this, but have you ever felt the need to struggle and to create good, to go out and build it or create it or make it or whip it up or get it going or get your share? The world seems to be built around that, doesn't it? The world is a largely material place, and as mortal beings, we look out into a material world and we see the things that we like. And then game is on. Time to compete, struggle, get smarter than, and then get clever and innovative so you can build larger piles than everybody else. And then once you have a larger pile than everybody else of stuff, then the job is then to protect it, to make sure people keep their hands off of your stack. And so there's this effort, this struggle to create or build good. And we're so trained in it that it's hard to think otherwise. It's hard to think in a spiritual sense that it's all good, and that by becoming receptive to goodness, it falls into our life, sort of in the way that if you were in a really, really hot car in the summertime and you with all the windows rolled down, and suddenly you just got out on the road and it cooled off and you rolled the windows down, the cool air would just come rushing in. It just happens the same way that if you push a buoy down to the bottom of a lake and just quit struggling, it'll float its way back up to the top. I could think of 50 different metaphors for the ways that good automatically flows into our life when we simply become a match to it. It's a spiritual way of thinking. It's a way of thinking about life where good is not outside of ourselves. There's good everywhere we look. There's God, if you don't object to the phrase, everywhere that you look. And the only thing that shuts us off from good is a mortal perspective of things that narrows life down to the smallest little trickle. And then we feel smaller, and then, well, the struggle is on. And this leads to obsession. It could lead to addiction. It could lead to a host of ways that we struggle and we think that good is outside of ourselves. Fortunately, we've all had a sufficient moment of clarity where we realize that there's an infinity of good inside of us. And the great challenge of life is not to build up big piles of material stuff. It's to open our hearts and mind to this inflow of good that's always available. I mean, what do you really need in life? You pay your rent, you got a roof over your head, you got some clothes, you got a snack in the fridge, and you're set. You know, how many more zeros do we need? Lots, right? Because you never know what's going to happen and we better protect ourselves. And yet it's this way of living in this conception that good is outside of ourselves. This brings fear. And what are the two great fears? I'm not going to get something that I want, or I'm going to lose something that I already have. And this makes us tight fisted people, and it's hard for good to flow in. So we remind ourselves, and the greatest reminder of all is relaxing deeply into meditation as the laptop was sliding off of his lap, to realize there's so much good out there. And that if we just relax, take it easy, and do our daily little bit of footwork, that our supply shall be really beyond measure. In one of the world scriptures, I'm not sure which one, it says it is our Father's great pleasure to pour out his blessings to each and every one of us. The implications of that prayer are so staggering that it's like, well, that's a nice platitude, but is it real? Yes, it's more real than anything that you could imagine, but the blessings can only come in when we're open. So congratulations on being a meditator and starting your day with peace and a sense of receptivity, an openness and a willingness to allow it to flow in rather than reaching out and grabbing it, because there's no shortage. Okay, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll continue with this theme of it's all good all week.